Hello everyone, today I will teach you how to make animations and graphs way faster in DaVinci. This new flow add-on by flashresolve allows you to apply graph presets to nodes a lot quicker and saves you a lot of time in the animation department of DaVinci Resolve. Now you may have noticed similar add-ons coming out, but I promise you that this one is by far the most complete out of any other add-on. Let's go over the app. First of all, you have to have the Flash app installed. Then, by clicking the ekFlow icon, you will open the graph menu. So, you can see, first of all, we have certain graph presets right over here. These graph presets can be assigned to a grid that you can later on open inside the timeline, so you can add these to your nodes a lot quicker and faster. Once you mess around with the customizable graph menu, you have the option to add it as a new preset and save it right then and there with a name that you would like. Once you've saved it, you can assign it to a grid and then it would appear right there. On the bottom left, you can see different editing modes. So the first editing mode, which is the playhead. This editing mode allows you to add a graph between two keyframes. If I click the keyframe button on the right and go a bit further and then click it again, I can go inside the ekFlow and then apply it based on the playhead. If you place the playhead right there, click on apply while selecting the node, it will make the graph based on the playhead's position. However, if you change the editing mode to entire node, you click on it and then press apply, you can see that every single graph has been changed to this preset. Next up, we have the edit directly feature. Once you have selected all your handles by pressing A on your keyboard, you can start by messing around with the graphs. Once you mess around and you finish, you click on apply and you can see it changes in real time. However, if you want to edit as fast as possible without having to click the apply button, you can opt to using instant apply mode, which allows you to instantly change whatever you make. If I make this change, for example, it will automatically sync it with the add-on we made. Another thing I need to mention is the difference between apply and apply to. So apply to has the advantage of which particular node you want to choose. I have two nodes over here, the brightness contrast and the transform, and I can choose which one I want. So in this case, I'll choose the brightness contrast and I'll look at it here so you can see in real time when I change the graph. Press A, change the handles, apply to, and apply. Now, as you can see, it is applied. Now, if I want to do the same for the transform node over here, I would do this and I would select apply. Once you get tired of your old presets and you want to start over with new cool custom preset, you can go over to this plus icon right there, name it second gallery, and create. Here you can create new graphs and then press on new graph and name it. Some people would like to have other hotkeys, and in order to change your hotkeys, you would have to hover over the settings button and click on it, and then you could change it. For example, if I want to have select all be a different button like G, I would just press like this. Now the last feature I want to list is the modifiers feature. Modifiers are the biggest addition we have added to this add-on. It has 7 unique modifiers that are pretty adjustable. The dot animation preview shows you animation of the following modifiers in this menu. Let me go over the bounce modifier. It has an impact slider which affects the highest and lowest point of the bounce. There's the bounces, which sets the amount of bounces that happen in this time frame. So if I increase it, there's a lot more bounces happening right here. There's gravity as well, which makes the graphs more sharp and the positive falls later and the negative earlier. There's also damping, the time offset, and the keys. And there's a lot more modifiers that are very fun to mess around with. Let's say you clicked off the modifier. Once you are done with it, click on the name of the modifier and it would appear again. Now you can tweak the settings again and then apply one more time. Let's click apply. Once you click apply, you can see the graph applies to the node. And this happens while selecting the node, and you can use any modifier you want. That's it for the tutorial. If you want to buy this effect, go to flashresolve.com in the description. Yeah, I hope you have fun with the add-on and see you next time.